Alright, welcome back to Glow Over Get Out. I'm your host, Mel.
And I'm Sam.
The other host.
Here we are.
We figured we should probably be reintroducing ourselves, probably every episode.
Yeah.
So,
just quick reminders for people who are new, people who forget, I don't know.
People who actually just, listen and don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hope you
Bear
can
with us.
differentiate the voices now, but, here's the reintroduction.
Reintroduction. I think we sound different.
Yeah, I sound really sniffly today. If you hear the vibes, just let them go. Just know that they're here.
Just shut up. I got a cat and Mel's allergic, so it's really my cat's fault. So blame Louie.
But I love Louie. It's okay.
He's cute.
In other news, it's Frank Ocean's birthday today. Happy birthday, Frank. We are besties in another life.
You went to Cal State Long Beach and he was born there, so.
You went to Cal State Long Beach?
No, we went to Cal State Long Beach.
I was like, he's a king. I love him. Anyway, yes. Shout out to him.
Shout out, Frank. You're listening to this way after it's his birthday, but you know.
So today's topic, nothing to do with what we just talked about.
No.
But from the title, you probably already know. We are going to be talking about, that girl.
Yeah.
Which, if you're not, on social media, which I don't know how you would have found us otherwise, but if you're not, or you are, you know exactly what we're talking about. That girl is a concept on
just
TikTok.
Being that girl, it's kind of it's almost like the exact opposite of being that bitch. Do you know what I mean?
Is that bitch boss girl vibes?
Yeah, that bitch is I girl bossed way too close to the fucking sun.
Yeah.
No. Boss bitch is I went out and I'm hungover and I'm at work, but I did it still.
Got it.
I think that girl boss too close to the sun.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel yes, because her routine. Anyways, let's just explain what that girl is. So basically, I'm it's that girl.
It's that girl. That girl is a phenomenon where a woman is, or girl, I don't know, or man, I don't know.
You could be that girl, anyone.
Has a very perfect and aesthetic life, and they get up really early in the morning, they have their lemon water, they work out, they stretch, and they meditate, and they have time for everything. They
journal, they read.
Yeah.
They take their animals on walks.
It's you have it all, and you do it all.
Yeah.
And we're talking about that concept in specific today because we just feel it's a little unrealistic, or a lot of unrealistic, and it's detrimental to really maybe even think that
that it's realistic. I mean, it's the same thing with plastic surgery. It's oh, that's realistic. That's someone's just born with that, or they are just that.
Or you're saying the lie of
yeah, the lie of putting it on social media.
I don't have plastic surgery, but it's you're expecting everyone to look like that naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. And if you're that girl and you got it all together, girl, tell me how, because I don't. Maybe it's my mental health, it's my depression that doesn't let me be that girl, but
I think being that girl, I think they are honestly just like us. I really do. I think they just have really good spurts of being that girl.
That's what I was going to say. It's I can have that girl days, or that girl weeks, but life kicks in and it fucking
throws you out of whack.
Literally swoops you up and
you're I stayed up till 2 a.m. one night and now my whole schedule is just ruined for at least a month.
Yeah.
Literally.
So there's that concept.
Yeah, I think they're lying to us. I don't think they really have it all together. There's some girls who put out the that girl content who are I do yoga, I meditate, I do my daily journals, whatever. But there's some who will be you know what, I had a bad day, or I went out, had pizza, and went for drinks with my friends, and it kind of ruined my next few days, so I didn't really do anything, or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's some of them are honest about it, but then you get stuck in that, if you follow hundreds of influencers, and they're they're on schedule with each other, it's right. You had an off day, but you're on. So you kind of still always feel well, someone always has it together, or shouldn't I be doing this stuff or whatever. But like, honestly, if you don't want to meditate, if you don't want to do a daily journal, if you don't want to have a green smoothie every morning, you really don't have to.
I'm like, listen, I understand every single aspect of what they do. It can be really fucking helpful.
Sure.
I do believe that meditating is really awesome for you, and probably drinking green juice is amazing for your immune system. But it's just like having like the strict like routine of doing everything at its like time and doing it every single day. Like, in a perfect world, I would love to do all of those things, but like some days I wake up and I'm just like, it's not the day. Today is not the
like, I want to lay in bed for 30 minutes and just like be with my pet, or watch 30 minutes of something, or listen to 30 minutes of something. Which I don't know if everyone's like this, if it's just like a creatives or just like us thing, but I feel like ideally we wouldn't have the same routine every day. But like, you have kind of like a bucket of options.
Yeah.
That's what I like to think of my day as. Like, okay, these are your options. You woke up at 8:30 or whatever. Now these are your options. You can either do your posture stretch and listen to a podcast while you do that and get ready for your day. Or let's say you woke up at 9. All you can do is your posture stretch and get ready for the day, or whatever. You know, like, having like a bucket of things that you can do, like have a really healthy breakfast, journal, like whatever, anything you want to do, I think put that all in one list mentally. Like, you could write it down if it helps, but
I was gonna say there's like this thing called like a value list, which has been introduced to me from therapy and also Logan's therapist.
Yeah.
You basically like create values for yourself of like things that you want to incorporate into your daily life, like the feelings that you want to get in your life. So like, for example, like I would want connecting with people or connecting with the world in general, connectivity. I want some self-care, self-love time. I want to feel accomplished. Let's just say those three. I can't like think of any more because I'm gonna like, I also haven't done it yet, but here's an activity for you to do. So like, those are the things that you value in your daily life.
Okay.
Now you think about like each category. So accomplishment, what are the things that make you feel accomplished? So like, I would like to reframe the word productivity in my brain to accomplishment, because I feel like I don't feel accomplished until I'm productive, and that's kind of fucked up. So by changing the word like productive to accomplished, you can say like, I did laundry, like I did all of the laundry that I was supposed to, or you know, I finished all of my to-do list, or I checked off the things that I needed to do for the month that like I finally did. Like, just something that will make you feel accomplished. Or like, it could literally just be like, you went to the gym and you wanted to go to the gym 4 times a week. Today was one of the days. You feel accomplished because you checked one day off. Yeah. That kind of a thing. Then like self-care and self-love, like small things that make you feel like very, like you're putting intentional time to yourself. So like a bath, or it could be more like of a like mindset thing. So like being, you know, painting, being creative with yourself, or journaling because you want to write out your feelings, just something like that. Or if you like feel like being self-loving is like
more like doing something you want like to enjoy, like
going to the beach or watching TV, or something like that. That can be something too. And then for the other one, like connecting, it's like you can. So every day I realize that like I'm a person who needs to be outside, like, and see people at least once a day. Like, I'm not a person who can just be in my lonesome all the time. But because I have social anxiety and I'm more of an introvert, I don't necessarily need to speak to people every day, but I at least want to go outside and like, not necessarily people watch, but like be a part of the world. So like driving myself to get coffee makes me feel connected to the world. Or, you know, calling up a friend, that makes me feel connected. Just things like that. Like, so creating your value list of like things that you want to feel every day, and then moving to like the buckets that you were talking about. Those are your buckets. Like, you can pick and choose to check off the feelings that you want to feel every day, instead of like the to-do list of that girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like also eventually you'll get to the point where they just become second nature.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, every single day I've just made it a habit to call my friend every single day or get coffee or like whatever. Like you just naturally gravitate towards doing those things. So it's not like okay, now I need to check off that bucket or whatever. And then eventually that's probably, I don't know, like I'm like, are these that girls just way ahead of us and they've already done all this and now they're just like, well, now my only bucket that I actually have to pay attention to is health. So that's why it's so easy for me to do all this shit. I don't know.
I mean, maybe.
I think they're lying still, but
I just feel like it's too, like,
rigid?
Static and, yeah, like, rigid to, like, actually feel, like, flowing and, like, I don't know. It just feels like it's for the fucking gram.
Yeah.
You know, it's not for you, really.
And maybe that goes to say about something with perception of social media, because maybe these girls are really just, that's their lives and that's how they live it, and social media is just, like,
girl,
made us not believe anything.
Maybe, but
maybe.
Do you like think about when we try to film like a day in the life? Like it's so much like intentional work that you need to set up a camera and like film yourself doing something. It's not like, I don't know, or they're wizards and they're just able to film everything so casually for themselves, but it just feels like it's also just, like, the very trendy things to do. It's not, like, something that they genuinely probably just enjoy on their own, you know?
I feel like a lot of that girls are, like, college-aged, you know? Like, their days aren't super, like...
Filled.
Yeah, like, filled with
like, real life
stuff.
Just kidding.
They're just, like, going to school.
Which, like, that's a hard thing to do. Definitely. Not gonna lie.
It's just different.
It's exhausting, but it's different.
It's definitely... Like, growing up, it's like, that really is, like, the middle point to life. Like, high school, you're like, eh. College, you're like, eh. And in real life, you're like, oh. Like, I'm dying now. Sorry to depress anyone. It's not that bad, I promise.
It's bad, but it's not that bad.
But...
We're trying to help you cope, is what we're trying to say.
It's just don't compare yourself to that girl. Like, you could be that girl. Maybe you are that girl.
If you're that girl, let me know. I want to know how, because
I think, you have, like, your moments of feeling like you have your life together and then life hits you. Because, I mean, that's I guess that's what I mean by the perception of social media. I don't think anyone's, like, purposely trying to manipulate people to be like, I live a perfect life. Some people are. But
some people,
I think most people have genuine intentions of just being like, look how cute and aesthetic this is. Like, whatever.
Or, like, I had a really good morning, so I'm going to film it.
Yeah.
And save it for myself. I feel like that's something I would do.
Yeah. But then it's like, it becomes a bigger, not problem, because it's not like an issue, but like a bigger topic to speak about when people start thinking that that's like...
That's the life you should
average,
be living.
Normal. But like in reality, I'm sure most of those girls like the next day are like having a shit day or something, or didn't get to have the smoothie because they were rushing to work that morning, or, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think just... take everything with a grain of salt on social media.
I think the very detrimental thing, though, is that it's, like, pushing productivity to a point where it's, like toxic productivity. It's, like, as humans, we don't think we're meant to function so, like, rigidly.
That's, like, a whole nother topic.
Right, but I feel like that's the detrimental aspect of it, is, like, it's really promoting, like, this really unrealistic productivity, and, like, it makes people feel like shit at the end of the day when you're, like, comparing yourself to the things that you see. Again, like, it's no one's responsibility but yours to, like, allow yourself to consume things, but, like, that shit's a subconscious stuff, you know, like, it does make people feel like they're lazy or, like, incapable of having a productive life, and, like, productivity looks different for everybody, but I think at the end of the day, like, it really is a product of, like, what social media is like, and I think that that's what's really hard to, like, I don't know, like... just grasp. Yeah, like, we can't base our lives off of social media. Yeah.
I feel like doing, like, the value list and then having those buckets helps overall, because as long as you achieve even one of those things on your value list and you come across a video like that, or, like, a pic, like, aside from being that girl and we're talking about, like, the video in their life, maybe it's a picture of them doing yoga, I don't know. Any sort of content on social media that makes you feel like, oh, like, I didn't do that much with my day today, at least you can be like, but I did cross one thing off my value list, and, like, I did something that made me feel good.
that's the bigger point of that
Yeah.
value exercise. Is
Yeah.
like, obviously it kind of becomes like that girly when you like make sure that you get every single point, but I think it's just like a basis of like how to better understand what you need from your everyday life so that you
Yeah.
feel good about yourself and good about the life that you're living. I think
Yeah.
that's the bigger point of that. Yeah.
And like also allowing yourself to be fluid in that. Like not being like, oh, I didn't get that off my value list today. Like, what a shit day now. It's just like, oh, I didn't get to that today.
But also, like, make sure to put things in your value list that are also, like, very easy to accomplish. Like, those
Yeah.
little things. Like, I don't know, you fucking fed yourself today. Like, wow. You know, like, that's a...
Nourishment.
Honestly,
Maybe nourishment is one of your
yeah.
value list priorities.
Or, like, you went outside for one time in the day. Like, that's a big accomplishment if you stay inside most of the day. You know, like, that. Those little things is just something to just remind yourself that you are living in this present moment. You're not allowing yourself to be like, I didn't get anything done. It's just so that your brain can just like easily function through like this more positive way at looking at your like the daily things that you do in your life.
Yeah, I think that's a good point too. Like just literally easy things like going outside. It doesn't have to be you went on a run.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that.
You could just be like, I went outside today.
I went outside, I sat down for a sec. I enjoyed a moment outside and that's perfect, you know?
Very true.
Very simple. I also feel like on an aesthetic point, it's a little unrealistic because I feel like you either have to be rich,
yeah,
and have like this cute like lifestyle, cute apartment, cute like glasses to put your lemon water in.
Yeah.
It just feels a little like when you look at those videos,
unattainable.
Like, yeah, it's like unattainable on so many levels. It's not just like the routine, but it's also like the look.
Yeah, like, I don't live by myself. I don't have a really nice kitchen. I don't have a nice phone to even take this. Or, like,
yeah,
whatever the case may be for
like,
people.
I don't have, like, little nice matching, like, workout suit and cute shoes and, like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I'm not trying to say, like, those girls are, like, rich and, like, annoying and pretentious. But, like, some of them come off that way.
And or are.
Maybe they are,
rich. And I don't know about pretentious, but maybe just are wealthy enough to have this like very relaxed lifestyle too, where they can really, it's a privilege honestly to be able to like really focus on yourself all day, you know, and have that girl day. It's very privileged because I think a lot of us have very like mundane tasks and responsibilities that really
I think a majority
make us feel way down.
I don't know if this is, like, true for our generation or, like, our age range at the current moment. Like, the people listening. I don't know if this is true. You guys should let us know. But I feel like most people are working 9 to 5s or, like, at least, you know, most of the day. And then they have to figure out when me time is at the end of the day. So it's kind of like these people have, like, all day, it seems like.
Yeah. I think definitely it's what you just brought up is something that what our generation is trying to change in general, but like our world isn't there yet.
What are we trying to push for? The 4-day work week and the
4-day work week, and also like only working from like 10 to 4 instead of like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or like 9 to 5. You know?
I think okay, this isn't speaking for the whole generation, but my mom's in HR and she's all about it.
She's like, yes.
But like, I don't know, we're all just in a rush. We're all just trying to do the most, especially with COVID and what's happening in business now. Like, all these back orders, everything's freaking behind. The supply chain's a shit show right now. I feel like it's making that generation just be even more like cling on to that schedule.
the old ways.
Which sucks, but also, like, I guess we have an economy to revive for a bit.
Yeah. But I think COVID has taught a lot of people that, like,
you can work from home.
You really don't need all that fucking time spent in office.
Crazy? I feel like it's going to change so much. Like, if buildings are only WeWork spaces now, and your company says, like, we give you a $100 whatever stipend for working at a WeWork space, or you could just keep it and use that for your electricity bill or whatever.
Yeah, or your internet bill or whatever. Yeah, I think that would be so much cheaper
than a building for companies.
Yeah, and or just having like one regional building.
I mean, yeah, there's places
You
that
know.
need buildings, like warehouses and
Yeah.
fulfillment centers and stuff.
But for, like, office jobs, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like admin work.
It would just really free up a lot of space, a lot of time, a lot of traffic, especially in Los Angeles. I feel like
Yeah.
it was dead when everyone worked from home.
But you know what I wonder? Like, is it gonna get rid of that employee who's, like, just does nothing all day? Like, in the office, like, just kind of chit-chats with people, like, doesn't get work done. Like, what happens to those people? Because if they were at home, they're not gonna fucking do anything.
That's true.
That's crazy. Okay, we're on, like, a whole nother
That's a tangent. But, you know, that girlie can probably chit-chat and call someone up.
That girlie, we just found you a job.
Found you a job.
Oh, yeah.
Those are our thoughts. I feel like I'm not necessarily, like, a person who would compare. I think it was something that I compared myself to, like, the that girl situation.
Uh-huh.
But I never, like, fully wanted to embody it because I was like, that's so not even, like, realistic.
I think it was, like,
but
we're drawn to the aesthetic, like, the, oh my god, like,
I love the little TikTok,
I love the look, I love the,
yeah,
like,
moving through my day.
like, it made me feel, like, I had serotonin. I want to feel that every
It's
day.
like, I want to feel
But,
this
like,
life.
But, like, is it the life that I want, or do I just, like, get serotonin from seeing someone else do it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think I fully embodied that, but I think with quarantine also, because I feel like I almost don't even remember, like, life previous to, like, COVID, because I think when COVID hit, in order to, like, stay sane, I tried to create a schedule for myself that felt, like, very normal, even though you were inside all the time. And I think that created something in my brain that's, like, you need to have a routine that's, like, very specific to every single day.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I stopped, like, being so perfect on it. That's when I kind of, like,
Felt better?
felt compared. Like, I needed to compare myself to, like, the that girl trend. Because that's when it, like, came up. So it's just, like...
I think, yeah, another topic would be just, like, social media, like, for people who want to be that girl, I guess. Like, I feel like it changes your view of what you should be posting now and, like, how you should be living. Like,
yeah.
let's say you want to be that girl and you start living like that. I feel like that would seriously interfere with your normal day-to-day if that's not really who you are. Oh, hold on, like, I need to take a video of this. Like, people are probably like, what do you...
Can we stop?
Like, why are we doing that? Which, like, no
it's
shame,
like, wait,
no
hold on, I
hate.
need to take a picture of my vitamins. It's like, what?
Yeah, I mean, like, go off it. And if it's, like, you want to be, like, literally that girl who's an influencer and does all that, go off, queen. Do it. Go off.
Go off.
But, like, if you're doing it just... Like, I guess, think about what your intentions are for being that girl, is my warning or piece of advice.
Yeah. I think you're right, it's hard to live that life.
Yeah, your intention shouldn't be like, I just want to do this because I want to be famous. Like, I mean, for some people that works, I'm sure, but, like, maybe you should do it because you want to, like, inspire people, or, like, you want to be real with people, or you want to connect with people, or you just want to post something artsy and there's not really a purpose behind it. That's cool too. Like, whatever.
Yeah. I just also think about, like, do you think, like, people who are trying to be that girl, or even that girls, I wonder if, like, their apartment, like, looks so perfect from a corner that they're filming, and then there's, like, a shit show in the background where, like, their laundry's not done, but they're taking their vitamins and doing a little stretch on the corner of the house. Like, I wonder if it's just, like Instagram, yeah, it's all a fucking highlight. It's a show.
I mean, looking around this room right now.
Girl, if you could see the other side.
Like, it's all a show. It's a gag for social media. And it's not like, that's the thing. It's, like, not in a way to where you're, like, I'm trying to manipulate people per se. But just, like...
We're all only trying to
We're just trying to put our best foots forward.
Period.
We really should show you the other side.
But that's what that girl, like, bothers me. It's because it's, like, such a perfect aesthetic life that you're portraying, and it's like... Yeah. But show me the other side of the room. I don't know what's going on over there. I mean, if you have that shit together, well then, my bad.
We will soon, so maybe it's possible. You know, our room's gonna be looking nice in a minute.
Yeah, we should vlog that. Like, just for fun.
Ooh, we should. So, if you didn't listen to last week's episode, we're making one of the rooms in my house an office space.
/ like podcasting room.
Yes. So this half will have 2 chairs and like basically this setup with more happening. And then we'll just have like an office, like desks and a couch and fun stuff. It's not that big of a room. It sounds like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but
it's not that big. But
yeah, we're trying to make this space our own, and yeah, maybe we can that girl it and show you the process.
Honestly, that'd be so fun, like looking at the paints and stuff. All right, period. We're gonna start vlogging. Watch out for it.
Watch out. So. Yeah, I think that's all my thoughts on that girl.
Yeah, I feel like anything else would just become a tangent on a completely different topic.
But lastly, just before we go on to glowing hour, social media is bullshit. Like, don't believe
everything
you see. Be your own version of that girl, I guess, and just fill your fucking buckets and call it a day, you know?
Don't let the likes discourage you. Feel it from within. Like it from within.
Take the picture for yourself.
Literally. Come on, boo.
Anyway, we'll see you in the next segment.
Welcome back
to Glowing Hour.
Yes. Today we're drinking Vizzy hard seltzers, blackberry lemon. Oh yeah. Okay. So, you know, this episode's pretty much gonna fully be about that girl. So in Glowing Hour, we just want to talk about comparison. And like, we touched on it a little bit in the main parts, but comparison is just...
Really is a thief of joy.
The thief of joy. There it is.
That statement is just so true. It's so corny, but it's so true.
Like, that should just be written on the walls everywhere.
Everywhere.
Just gotta remind myself all the time. But yeah, like on social media, I think that's like the number one spot our generation is comparing ourselves, because people put the best things in their lives on social media. And obviously it's not the full truth of any situation that's getting posted. So in terms of that girl...
Of course it's not.
Of course it's not the reality 100% of the time. I'm sure they cry every once in a while. They're not robots. Like, they have bad days.
It's true.
But yeah, I think maybe we're comparing ourselves, and like if you're on that girl TikTok, that must mean that you like how it looks, at least, you know? So like, we clearly enjoy the aesthetic. We like how it looks. But then when you watch it over and over, and so many different people are doing it, and they do it every day, or whatever the case, you start to compare yourself. It's just natural human reaction to be like, oh.
You also just like start to feel like you're out of the loop. Like,
this is what I'm not doing.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. So that means like I am not on top of things with my life. Like, I'm not doing my best. I am not my best version.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's perpetuating like this feeling that you're not enoughness, like over and over again.
And in the same breath, I think it's a good thing to like acknowledge consciously what you're comparing yourself to that you want, because we could watch dance videos all day and be perfectly fine with it and be like, oh, these are funny, these are cool, these are whatever, this is epic.
They're amazing.
But I don't want to be that person. Like, I know I can't dance. I can't change anything about that. I mean, okay. You could change, but like, you can't, you know that you don't want to change anything about that, I guess, is more the sentiment there. So when you see that girl videos, you should just be like, that's just not my reality, and that's okay. Like, I shouldn't feel bad about myself because I don't make juice every morning. And if I do want to, deep down, then maybe I'll try making juice. I'll add one thing to my day that makes me feel more like I'm achieving this.
Totally. I was going to say, like, you should, like, if you really do enjoy some of the things, and, like, you can pick and choose the things that they do on those videos and be like, I want to incorporate that into my day. Because that does fill one of my buckets, like we talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, like, the sentiment of, like, comparison is a thief of joy. Also, comparing your life and the way that it functions and, like, it flows in everyday life to someone who has a completely different life than you. Like, you also might not like any of those things. You might not like the structural, like, way of like, how static their life is. It's the
Yeah.
same thing every single morning and stuff like that. Maybe you like to have an evening that's full of randomness. Like you just...
non-aesthetic things.
Yeah, or not even non-aesthetic, but like just have your day happen. And then in the afternoon or whenever, like, I don't know, just the time.
I don't know what time of day it is.
You like just let life take you wherever you want that day.
Right.
You know, like you can have a random friend call you up and be like, "Hey, let's hang out, let's have dinner, or let's go get a drink." But it doesn't align with that girl aesthetic. Well, then like fuck it. You are enjoying yourself. You are filling your bucket in some form. You know.
I think that's also something to be said. So when we finished recording the first half, we started watching a couple of That Girl videos, and you were saying it was nice to see like girls who were like clearly not like they're not normal that girls, but like normal as in normal to us. So,
yeah,
like, they
like
live similar lives to us. We can
see ourselves in them. Yeah.
Yeah, like with a messy room, it goes from like messy to clean. So it's like making myself that girl, but it really just means like I'm just pulling myself together.
I'm trying to better myself. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, like, maybe let's reframe that girl trend to, instead of it being like, my life is perfect and it's so aesthetic, look at me, it's more like, I'm doing things that I enjoy because they feel good. So,
yeah, like, we're working on our
yeah.
we're work in progress instead of, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the TikToks I saw was a girl who had, like, not a cluttered room, but she had things she genuinely liked. So, like, TV show stuffed animals and, like, the figurines and a gaming desk, like, which all things wouldn't be considered super aesthetic.
Because That Girl aesthetic is, like, very minimalist.
Like, clear glasses.
Very modern, very minimalist, like, very... You know, but maybe that's not you. Like, I feel like my brain doesn't work like that either. Like, I feel like we both enjoy some color in our house.
Mm-hmm.
We're also very neutral girls at the same time, but we enjoy color. Like, I could never just be, like, black and white and brown. I mean, I do kind of live like that, but...
I mean, but, like, if you had, like, a white couch, which you do, and so my mom does, too, so... But, like, if you have a white couch, you usually spice it up with, like, either paint on the walls or pillows or blankets.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, seeing color just feels like, like, it's like life. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good point. And not everything's all about being black and white.
Black and white.
Or brown.
I also saw a couple videos where the first like scene or like clip was a picture or a video of a girl like being super sad and very like angry and like crying at life. And then it's like, I wasn't happy until I became that girl, and it was like showing videos of them like in their element of like working out. It was mostly like working out and also like traveling. And I think the point there is like, you don't have to, like, that girl is just, like, a meaning for something else. It's just, like, the work in progress. Like, I was unhappy until I started working on myself.
Like, it's, like, what is that girl to you?
Yeah.
Like, that girl doesn't have to be, like, that girl from TikTok. Like, it could be that girl.
Influencer. Like, it doesn't have to be your life.
Yeah, unless, you know, like, that one influencer is what you want to be. Then sure, that girl is the girl you're aspiring to be. But I think, like, deeply reflect on why... you want to be like one person in particular, if that's what you're thinking. It's amazing to figure out what you like by yourself. And be like, yeah, actually, I don't really like lemon water. It tastes disgusting.
It's like shit.
Or like whatever, I don't know. You know, some things we're just not built for. And that's not the way you build a routine of happiness. Like, if you dread doing something every day, or you... maybe not even dread, but just like don't care to do it that much. Like, you're just like, I'm just doing it because... I'm used to doing it. Like, is that really what you want to do every day?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when you're 50 years old, you're going to look back and be like, why the fuck was I drinking lemon water every day?
If the things that you're doing that are like that girl are making more of like a stressor of like, if I'm not doing them, I'm like behind or whatever. If the things are creating stress or anxiety or like upsetness, those things are actually going to kill you faster than if you are doing good things, you know, quote unquote, good things for yourself. Like, stress is the number one killer. If you're not enjoying your life and you're consistently doing things that are making you truly unhappy or truly like stressed and anxious because you can't meet the expectation that you have in your brain, then maybe they're not for you. Like, you should probably rearrange some things for yourself so that you feel accomplished. Like, that is the goal, to feel accomplished with real, like, fulfilled. Just fulfilled. Period.
Yes.
Allow yourself to get there instead of being perfect.
Grab life by the... and just feel fulfilled.
Oh.
You heard it here first.
Okay.
So, on that same note of not comparing yourself, we're gonna say why we're not that girl. And, like, you know, in a fun comparison way. We're not, like, actually sad about these things. But, yeah, give me some not that girl vibes.
For starters, we're drinking at 1 p.m. on a Thursday. I wouldn't say that's that girl.
I would say that's probably not very that girl of us.
Yeah, that's
the chamoy really took it up a notch too.
The sugar. Yeah, that's one way. I feel like we are not that girl.
You want to know? This is not what we're doing, but flip side, how we might be that girl later today. Picking up paint for the walls. Feels very that girl energy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah. What about you? Just fucking pulling back and forth around here.
I didn't make like a drink this morning. I guess I had a kombucha. Fuck. That's very that girl. What's something I did today? It's so stupid because today I worked out. I did my stretch. I didn't journal. I haven't journaled in a couple days. Like, okay, for therapy I'm supposed to journal every day, but here's the gag. I hope my therapist isn't listening.
What's your name?
Esma,
if you're listening, watching.
I promise I still journal on my phone, but I don't do like the whole aesthetic, like I'm gonna sit
like
down
the
at night.
5-minute journal, like.
I feel like it's more of a, like, hurts my head, which maybe this will change. Maybe I'll go through, like, you know, phases of doing it on my phone and sitting down and doing it. But what I like to do is, like, either in the moment when something is happening, I'll write it down on my phone, like in notes. Because sometimes I'm not going to bring my notebook everywhere. Whatever. And at night, I usually have, like, other routine things I need to do. Like, my skincare routine just seems like a fucking journey, so...
That shit takes long.
I just don't want to do that. But anyways, yeah, I haven't journaled in, like, days. Like, I do it for, like, one day just because I sort of have to, which, like, why I love therapy, because it's making me do shit that I'm like, I know I should be doing. I don't really want to.
I don't want to. Yeah.
But yeah.
That's a good one. I definitely don't journal either every day. I guess, like... it's like, I guess we're saying something that we don't do, but then, like, we end up telling you, like, things that we do instead, which is fine. I think, like, I'm gonna say something similar where, like, I haven't been journaling every day, but it sounds like very that girl. I've been going to, like, a meditation group every Sunday.
Oh, but that sounds so that girl.
I know. But listen, it's a very, like, casual setting. We all just, like, talk about a theme.
No, just stop now.
Wait! We talk about a theme. Okay. Listen, we talk about a theme.
Okay.
From the previous week.
Mm.
And then we all just, like, meditate in our own form, like, for 20 minutes. We all just sit in silence. We just meditate. Like, there's no, like, structure to it. It's just, like, you sit there with yourself and you breathe. And if you can't meditate, you're at least breathing very intentionally. So that's what I do. But once we, like, have a new topic every week, like, that's something that I carry through the week for myself, and I think about it instead of, like, journaling every day. So, like, the theme for this week is, like, finding things that make you laugh or things that make you, like, at your heightened happiness, because, like, laughing is the highest state of, like, being. Like, it's the most powerful, like, highest state.
Weird.
So... like, I've just been writing in my notes on my phone, like, little things that have made me smile or laugh, or, like, have made me feel just, like, kind of alive and, like, happy. Gotcha. Instead of, like, necessarily, like, today I had a bad day because...
I think we're getting somewhere.
You know what I mean? It's, like, you're at least doing something to remind yourself you're alive. You're existing in this world.
I feel like... yeah, okay, so for some people, each of what we just said could still be that girly.
But also, I only meditated on Sunday. I didn't meditate anytime this other week.
Right.
Really.
So, like, this is the point, I guess, I think I'm connecting now from our conversations, that you can be that girl in your own way.
Yeah.
Like, you are that girl. You are.
You are already.
That is you. You is that girl.
You trying to be better for yourself is being that girl.
Yeah.
Already.
And, like, if you're not even anywhere close to where Mal and I are in terms of, like, even once a week doing stuff. Yeah. doing stuff once a week or whatever, don't feel bad about yourself, okay? There's nothing to be feeling bad about, okay?
I'm sure you're doing things that we don't do.
Yeah, we be doing terrible things for ourselves. Hello.
Drinking at 1 p.m.
Okay? No.
Yeah.
What else? What's another one?
Things that I don't do, okay? Listen.
Yeah, what do I do?
There's a lot of things I don't do. I've been slowly getting through my laundry, so, like, it's not done. I literally let a whole load sit in my dryer. It's dry, not wet, but it's dry for like 3 days. And then I fold it and it's all wrinkly because I let it sit for too long.
I only can't do that because my mom would absolutely murder me.
Yeah.
But I do wait like 2 weeks to do my laundry.
I feel you, dude.
Which is like, why do I have so many clothes?
Yes.
I need to fucking get rid of stuff. But yeah, that's a good one. I'm not on top of my laundry.
I haven't washed my bed sheets in like a week and a half or 2. That's nasty.
Oh,
Good girl can tell you. Honestly, I'm probably being generous.
It's so much work to wash your comforter.
It really is.
And like, I broke out on my cheek, and I was like, I should wash my pillowcase. And I was like,
you're like,
because like it's one pillow.
You're like, I'll just slap a mask on. It's fine.
I'm like, I literally have to do my entire bed or my entire load of laundry. I can't just wash the pillow. Like, it's not that easy. Sorry.
Yeah.
What else? I haven't, like, gone outside purposefully at all.
You also just got a cat, though.
But even before then, like, I was not going outside with intention. I went on a walk maybe, like, a week ago, but yeah.
Yeah. Can't even remember it. It's like...
It happened.
It happened. Yeah. I feel you. Mm-hmm. I can't remember the last time I really, like, cooked at home. I mean, I made pizza yesterday, but I made, the dough was made, it was just slapping shit together.
Yeah.
Versus, like, making a full meal. I don't remember. Or, like, I usually clean and Logan cooks. I don't remember the last time we, like, had a moment in the kitchen where we were, like, making food. I think we've bought food, like, out every day.
Okay, yeah. I feel that.
And or haven't, like, ate 3 meals a day. I also.
Girl.
Yeah.
Well, some people call water and grapes their breakfast, so.
I'm calling that girl out.
Calling that girl out. Yeah, my meals aren't healthy. I mean, whatever.
Mine have not been healthy.
I had Taco Bell on the way home one time after work.
Period, girly.
And a coffee. Matcha, actually. I play video games sometimes. It's not very aesthetic. It's Pokemon Unite, if you guys have it. Be my friend. I love that game.
I love that game.
I'm also getting Diamond or Pearl. I don't know which one yet.
Because her boyfriend wants to pick one.
We're splitting it, and he wants one of them.
I'm trying to get back on my Animal Crossing game since they...
The update. When is it? November 1st?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah, I guess another side note would be, like, I haven't done things that I enjoy that, like, require work at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, baking I enjoy, but it requires work.
I get you. I just enjoy baking. I haven't made shit for myself in a long time.
Yeah. Your nails?
Oh, gone. If you saw last season, I had really long nails. One day, I just took off the gel from them because they were coming off. Which I shouldn't have done by myself.
The Gel X or gel?
The premium gel.
The
Gel X.
Yeah.
And it started just, like, ripping my nails. So they started to break, and then...
Why didn't you do acetone? Like, what?
I think I did, and they still were fucked. Oh, you know what I did? I did the dip powder that I got from Amazon.
Oh.
Fucked my nails up. They got brittle. They broke. And then after that, for a while, I was just, like, literally gnawing at them because they were short. And I was like, fuck it. They're already short. I'm just going to make them to the...
Nub.
To the nub.
Is that what it is? Yeah, the nub.
And that's when, you know, I'm really anxious or really dealing with something. But I've let them grow a little bit. And I'm not biting them anymore. So there's that.
My nails, one broke a couple weeks ago. The thumb is holding on. There's a small crack in it, and I've just been using nail glue. I think it'll be okay.
Like, overall, though, like, we both have naked nails. Like, that should say something.
Yeah, they're naked. I really want to get them done, but it's like $80 every time. And that's like...
That girl aesthetic is expensive.
That girl aesthetic is expensive, yes.
Yeah. What else? I haven't made my bed probably in a couple weeks.
My bed I do make, but messily. It's not like...
Just, like, throw it over?
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, put the pillows, boop, boop, done.
It's probably a lot, that I can't think of, but...
I don't do my makeup every day? I don't know, do they...
Oh, here's a big one.
What?
I have like this like not mural. I like created an art piece that was like 3 canvases.
Oh yes.
And it fell like probably a month ago. I could put it up.
It was above your bed?
Yes. And I could put it up. I have command strips at home.
We haven't.
But I haven't. It's been a month. It's just sitting out. There's one up.
You know,
the aesthetic is like literally not there.
That's how I feel about this room right now and my room.
Like, we just need to get it together.
Like, I feel like my room, I can get rid of a lot of stuff. I feel like it's cluttered.
I need to reorganize everything and, like, get my shit together. But it's just so much work.
Which is why that girl just,
you know?
It's too hard to be here.
It's a little unrealistic. I might get, like, a section of my room done. And then, like...
Yeah, I got, like,
a
cupboard. And I was like, I don't even know if this is fully done, but...
I
cleaned it.
But it's clean.
I got rid of some stuff. We'll come back to you. It'll be a journey. That was it.
I think that's it.
In sum, don't compare yourself. At least acknowledge when you're comparing yourself to someone and that it's human, but that you don't need to and you are doing just fine. And you can change whatever you want about your life. Doesn't matter what anyone else is doing.
Totally. You are allowed to have your messy moments. Mm-hmm. You're allowed to... feel the chaos. It's alright. You will get yourself back together. And, like, don't do it for the aesthetic. Do it for the feeling. You know?
That's a quote right there. Don't do it for the aesthetic.
Do it for the feeling. But with that, we will leave you for this week. Yep. Thanks for listening, watching, wherever you are.
Please comment, like, subscribe to our YouTube if that's what you're watching on, or... give us a review on Apple Podcasts. And we actually just discovered Spotify has polls and Q&As. So if you're listening on Spotify, check the description and see if we left anything for you to respond to. We'd love your feedback.
All right, guys. See you next week.
Bye.